I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
What the hell's going on out here?
Two Al's, one pod. That's right. Right here, live. This is what's happening. We're a spinoff from the web series The Two Dicks about 1950s detectives that are idiots because they are politically incorrect. Forget all that right now. We have a special guest, and Al Romas right now is in Florida, and he's going to tell us who the special guest is. Who is it?
Yes, Al, this is exciting, by the way. We're both at home base. We've got some beautiful Wi-Fi happening. We're not shipped to shore to Argentina to Spain. So this is beautiful, man. And we got a very special guest. This guy is one of those guys we were talking about just before we started to record. You've seen his headshot in any comedy club. I've seen yours. You've seen his. He's seen you. It's how it works. But I got to meet him a few months ago, and he's put together this comedy app of clips of really good stand-up comedians around the country who maybe no one knows, and they should know, and they're killers. And he himself's a veteran comedian. He's known as a one-man vocal band. He is the founder of Open Bar Comedy, and that's launching April 1st. So when this airs, it's available. Go check it out, Open Bar Comedy. And this is Ron Feingold. Ron,
All right,
welcome
Ron.
to
Hey,
2 Hours
hi guys.
Pod.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
I'm loving this whole
Yeah.
concept. So this is the arch enemy of the other.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, just checking it.
What I'm saying is, I think that there's a niche out there for comedians that just want to speak their minds. And I've always, if you show up to a comedy club like the three of us have, and either we're giving a list of things that we cannot say, or we're told, don't say this, don't go here, keep away from this stuff. We don't want to piss off the insert blank here. So I wanted to create a platform where that was just non-existent, where comedians feel safe just to say what they want and paint their own painting. And I think that there's a huge, huge market for that that's not represented. The other thing that I think is that I think there's a ton of comedians that don't fit any other model except this one, which is veteran comedians that have crisscrossed the country for over 20 years sometimes, some in the 20 to 40 year range. Like the Charlie Wieners, the Caroline Ducharmes, Caroline was started late, but she's been doing it a long time. Just the people that you would never see doing a special on any other platform just because they never got the opportunity or it didn't match what they talk about just because of the content they do. So I wanted to create something that matched that niche, and I think we've done it. We were able to really attract a bunch of, we were really able to attract a bunch of veteran comics. I mean, Al just, can I curse in this? Is that all right? I don't
Sure. We welcome it.
Okay, he fucking killed it, man. He just,
It's optional.
yeah, it was just so, I've never met him before, and his reputation preceded him, of course, and just to see it just come true and watch. It's just one of those guys that you want to watch every night if you were there, which I don't say very often about many comedians.
Well, thank you.
How much did he pay you before you came on the podcast?
That's in
No,
between
he is a
Ron
killer.
and
He
I.
is a
No-
killer.
no need
He's a
for
killer.
that.
There's no,
Ron
there's.
and I just the two people you mentioned. It was funny. I was with on my taping was Charlie Wiener and Carolyn Picard, and they both were great. And I never felt like I felt like a young comedian. You know what I mean? These two were they've been around the block a few times. I'm like, look, I'm a kid. Look at me. So it was a great night. And the trailer you can see in there, like some of the people. It's cool to see it, and I just name them like, oh, there's Uncle Lair. There's whatever. And I'm just like Bob the suit guy. I'm like, I know these people, and you just haven't seen them in a while. So it's really a cool idea and overdue, I think, really. So I'm glad you did it, and, put it together.
I appreciate that. We have Felicia Michaels coming up this summer. She's coming in and filming a special.
Nice.
We have Rich Scheidner coming in.
Oh, fantastic.
Rich Scheidner.
Wow.
Al, I'd love it if you came in and did one.
I got to look at my schedule.
But yeah, whenever you can look at it, have your people call me because I have no people.
You mean my wife? Honey, can I go to Florida?
Yeah, have her check with Ron. That's
Now, are you going to be doing it at the same location, or are you going to be moving that around? Because I know this was at McCurdy's, which I've never been there either, but it has a reputation of being a comedian's club.
It is. And you are welcomed as a comedian that is a family member when you work there. But to answer your question, we're only filming at McCurdy's at the moment. Unless we branch out to other clubs and they become like sister clubs, like we're talking about a possible partnership with Porky's Comedy Club here in the Orlando area. And so I don't know if we'd be doing filmings there, but they would be a sponsor club of Open Bar Comedy. So Open Bar Comics would be, they would sponsor Open Bar Comedy, and then Open Bar Comics would be visiting these Open Bar sponsored comedy clubs. So that's, one thing that we're branching out into. But once we have we'll have the website launched tomorrow, the 1st, which will be already out when this comes out. But we have the subscription website where you can watch unlimited specials, and we have about 22 that are up there right now. 22 specials, unlimited specials, and then we add 3 per month. And then we also have a YouTube channel with a ton of clips, and we'll be launching social media clips, 2 reels a day, a Facebook post a day with a video, all this video. We're releasing content every day, just being consistent, really blowing up the market with.
Well, it sounds like you have your shit together. And I can tell by the whiteboard behind you, you're organized, and you set up goals. And wow, all right.
When did this come about, Ron? Like, when were you? Was this 2 years ago? Was this 5 years ago? Were you thinking, I want to do this? I want to put together this thing with comics who, really should be. But like, when did it really blossom and then go? You know what? Fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm just going to do it. Because a lot of times you have ideas. We all have ideas, and we don't forward them. And like, when did you just go, hey, this is it, I'm doing this?
Follow through.
Yeah. So I should tell you first that I'm a serial entrepreneur. So I've had a ton of businesses that I've started. I finished them, but they have failed miserably. And the last one that I did when the pandemic started, I was on my way to becoming an airline pilot. I announced my retirement from comedy. I said, this is my last year on the road, 2020. And then March 2020 happened, and I had to switch gears. So I couldn't become an airline pilot anymore because all these guys just lost their jobs, and I would be even lower than I would already have been. So I had to scrap that. And I started flying this amphibious airplane. It's called a Cygnet. And I was going to do tours with people, take them up on rides, and teach them how to fly the airplane. Long story short with that, I got my license to fly that airplane over a 5 to 8 month period of time. I almost soloed, and then my instructor and I almost crashed. So it scared the ever-loving shit out of me. I'm not going to lie.
It scares me without even going in the thing.
I was so scared.
I don't want to do that.
And your instructor was with you at the time.
He's screaming in my ear, my plane, my plane, my plane, which means let go of the airplane. Right. It's my airplane. I got this. And he landed it because I didn't notice that we were like tilting. And I had no idea.
Wow.
And he's like, let me get it. So it was horrifying. So long story short, I gave that airplane back, and that made me think I need to do something. I need to stay home. So after being told no by a bunch of places to do specials, I decided, you know what? There's no niche here that's being filled for comedians that just say whatever the fuck they want to say. And the internet allows us to do that in many different platforms. And we can get away with that. So I came to Les McCurdy in January of 2022. And he had just gotten a grant from the government from the pandemic to buy a whole bunch of cameras and equipment to be able to film specials at McCurdy. So it was good timing. He's like, yeah, man, I just got a bunch of cameras in here. I'm a longboat key woman's wet dream. So he offered the club, and we came up with a partnership and said, you can film here. We can pick a night to do it. So we decided the last Tuesdays. And so we started filming the last week of April, 2022. And so since then, we've shot 56 specials.
Woo! Wow.
Yeah. Wow. 22 of them, 21, 22 are coming out April 1st. And then the 3 that'll be coming out. So we just got Dale Jones done. We just got Augie Smith done. We just got Caroline Picard is coming out with the launch. Who else did we get done? Rick D'Elia.
Oh, Ricky
Okay.
D'Elia. Ricky D.
Rick.
Yes.
Did Rick
Mhm.
have his glasses and or hearing aids with him?
And his walker, his back brace.
We were.
He was in fine shape. His
Yeah,
eyes were
right.
perfectly, his retinas were intact.
This is inside stuff.
Yeah.
Ricky, he's very talented on many levels. And he actually wrote and produced his own feature. It should be coming out at some point. But he helped me when we were shooting an episode of our web series, The Two Dicks. And he had two sets of glasses, one on his forehead and one on top of his head. And I said, Ricky, how's the focus look on this scene? He goes, I need my glasses. I need my glasses. And everybody said, they're on your head, you idiot. You got two. He goes, oh. And then he goes, it looks good. And then we were like, okay, we shoot like 5 different versions of it. And we get to editing and they're all out of focus.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but he's a funny motherfucker.
He is. He destroyed it, man. That whole entire evening that we did with Dale Jones, Augie Smith, and Rick D'Elia was just a blow-up night, man.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing is Kira Sultanovich just did a wonderful set last Tuesday, all crowd work, 35 minutes of crowd work. She told maybe 3 jokes in very strategic places.
that's great.
So
that's great because, and a lot of people I love crowd work, and yet, but if you're doing a special or one of these things or a taping, you generally in your head, you go, don't do any crowd work because, it's a special. I can't do any. But that's cool that she was able to do the whole thing as a crowd. And now it's very popular anyway. People are always posting crowd work.
It's easy to release that too.
Yeah,
everybody's putting these minute or less clips, and it's just like, I'm going to go out and do my crowd work and save my material.
Right.
From when people come to the show. Yeah, mix it up.
Yeah, that's cool though. I like the idea of a 35-minute crowd work show.
If you want to do it, please do, man. I think you would be brilliant. I mean, I know you, I don't even think it. I know it because your crowd work moments from your special are just so brilliant. Restless leg stuff.
That was fun.
God.
He'll never top himself, though. You'll never top yourself. I got to jump in here. Some guy pulled his leg off, and you grabbed it and held it up.
Oh, that's true. Was it Ron? Have you worked? Have you ever worked Vasani's?
Yes. Yes.
There was a guy in the front row who was blind and wasn't looking at me. So I asked him why he wasn't looking at me. The whole thing, he's blind. So that became fun. And then I did the restless legs, and he took off his prosthetic leg and literally handed it to me. I raised it above my head. The crowd
without hesitation, you grabbed it.
I just grabbed the thing, and they went ape shit. I mean, it was really like where the kitchen staff ran out to watch what the hell was going on, and it was wild. That's one of those things, boy. I run off, I go to Eric. Is that filmed? Do we have tape? He's like, we didn't film it. We didn't film it. I'm like, Jesus, that'll never happen again. It was beautiful, but next time maybe I'll have a plan.
You ran off with the leg. That would be great.
I should have. I probably should have, because I had that comedy moment where I looked at it was killing so much, and I looked at the clock and I had 20 minutes left. I'm like, I can't follow this. I got nothing. I should have just ran off with the leg. I should have done it. That would have been a great closer.
Just hold it up as you walk through the crowd.
100%. Yeah.
I say you get a prop. Yes. I say you get a prop. Have someone play the blind guy.
Yeah.
And recreate the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I don't want to do that. It seems like a lot of effort. But
I don't know. Kitchen staff loved it.
They did. Because if the kitchen, it's like the band laughing. If the kitchen staff comes out and laughs, you're doing good. So we're launching the app April 1st. April Fool's Day.
You. There is no app at the moment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. We have a subscription site, and you can go to that on your phone, and there's a mobile version of it. Totally. But as far as a mobile app, we don't have one that you can just click on an icon and go to it yet. That is coming after we get more subscribers at openbarcomedy.com, and that's going to be in year 2. Once we have about 100 specials, which we're projected to have 100 specials by the end of 2023, at least shot. And once we have a pot to piss in, so to speak, then we're going to be going to XM Sirius and putting our content up on the market for that. And then the app will come in through that. But I wanted more in the library before we had an app.
Right. Yeah. And this has been almost a year of filming at this point.
Exactly a year, actually. We started the end of April, and now we're into April, and it's been a year. We filmed the end of the month as well as headliners that are coming into McCurdy's and working that week. So we have guys like John DeCrosta coming in. Mike McCarthy just signed on today from Boston.
Nice.
Yeah, so I just talked to the Barbarian today.
Yes, great.
He said he's actually on stage now with a kilt and everything.
I've seen some pictures recently. Yeah, he's wearing he has that helmet, the old Barbarian helmet he used to have, and a kilt, and he's fucking going. He's out there, man. That guy, I was looking at a TikTok. I don't know if you saw this, Al. Mike's on the beach at like 6 a.m. every morning, it's winter, and he's got like a bottle of Jameson, and he does an old joke, and then he drinks Jameson, then he runs into the water naked. Pretty wild. That's how he starts his day.
And you keep going back to see what he's going to say. You want to hear the joke? Is that what it is? You want to hear?
I kind of like seeing him naked in water. So
we're just trying to find out.
But yeah,
what your ulterior motive is to watch
so
it every
Ron,
day.
do you look at McCurdy's website and go, "Hey, this guy would be great," or "This girl would be great," or
I do.
Do you ever? Is that and then just approach them and say, "Do you want to?" Okay.
I do. However, some people tell me, I just shot my own special. Like Jimmy Schubert was going to shoot a special with us, but he just shot a special. He'd be competing with himself.
Right.
So I get it. That's totally fine.
Right.
So we'll give it some space and he'll come back in 2 years or so is my goal to get him. But I'd love Jimmy Schubert to come in and do it.
Sure.
But I've been told no before, just because guys have just shot other specials or they're not interested. Like Bobby Collins had no interest whatsoever in doing it. Did I say that out loud? I did. So,
Wow.
I kind of mine from there, as well as I get really good recommendations from other comics that I trust. You know, Mickey Joseph.
I would love to recommend Ducharme. You know, I can't go 100%, but I'm giving you. I think he might do a nice job for you.
I think so too.
I have this new software that it's just going to be me and Ron for this segment.
Probably for the best, actually. But
yes, probably. Now, Ron, are you going to break these up like little shorts, or are you going to have it shown in its entirety, or do you have a choice?
Good question. So we have the openbarcomedy.com where full specials will live, and you can watch them unlimited, $38.99 a year. And then we're breaking up everything into Reels and Facebook and Instagram posts. So every day we're going to have a video that's about 2 to 3 minutes long. Like I got a restless leg syndrome clip that's ready to go for Al. That's about 3.5 minutes long. And that'll be a Facebook post every day, as well as an Instagram post. That one will go on TikTok as well. And then we have the Reels. Those are the ones that are less than a minute. One is going out in the morning, one is going out in the evening. And that's on Facebook and Insta Reels, as well as YouTube Shorts. So, and then we have the YouTube channel, which about 3 or 4 longer videos will be added every day on the YouTube channel. So to answer your question, breaking up everything as well as long form as well.
And that's to drive them to the website to see the long form, basically.
Okay. Got it, man.
And the YouTube channel is Open Bar Comedy. We just go to YouTube, Open Bar Comedy, or is there another name, or what are we looking at?
Not yet. We don't have the subscribers yet. We are brand new. We are like spanking new. So once we launch, which will be at midnight tonight, which is Friday midnight the 1st, or Saturday morning, I should say. So once we launch, then we're going to make everything live on the YouTube page. But right now they're private, but there's going to be about 50 videos on the YouTube page ready to go. And you're in there as well.
Nice. Sounds like you're very well prepared.
Open Bar Comedy.
Bar Comedy.
Just search for Open Bar Comedy on YouTube at that point. And but we will get the name like youtube.com/Open Bar Comedy, but I can't say that we're there yet. We have to have, I think, 100 subscribers to do it. So it shouldn't take long.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'll go subscribe.
What's great about these clips or these sets is it's like being like really at a comedy club. You're seeing, you know, the language, the crowd interaction, that kind of thing, which is great because so many specials, it's so homogenized where it's like, yeah, you watch and you go, I don't know, would this even work in a club? You know, and that kind of feeling. But this is a comedy club, a real classic one too. I mean, you know,
I agree. And you get that club feeling from watching our clips. And that's what I really wanted to get. I mean, from other platforms, you're getting a club feeling as well, or more of a theatrical feeling that's kind of separated from the audience. You know, You don't see on a lot of other platforms the comedians interacting with the audience as much as we do at McCurdy's during our specials. And that's what I wanted to have happen, is to have that club feeling. And we totally have it. But however, a caveat is I didn't want to do those audience shots of just doing the transition from the comedian and, hey, here's somebody laughing in the audience. You're not going to see that unless we absolutely have to do it with some kind of fucked up editing.
Pulling the leg off.
Yeah. But those are so hacky anyway, that like, I remember I did a VH1 thing and they had a woman laughing. She throws her head back and laughs. And then 2 minutes later, a different joke, they just cut her again and use the same woman laughing again, the same look. And it's like, it's so phony and ridiculous. So I'm glad to hear that, that doesn't exist anymore.
The shots that you do see of the audience are authentic laughter shots from the back of the GoPro shot from behind your head. So there's a ton of those shots. You get to see, applause breaks we try to get on the GoPro. It's worked out.
And how many people are with you doing, like, what kind of a, is it you? I mean, who's putting out all these clips and cutting them and doing all this? How many people are involved in this production?
So I'm running everything as far as getting everything organized and doing the logistics for the comedians when we film, getting everybody in place, and all of the budgeting and logistics for the business, the website, the marketing for the website, and even the input for the website. But I have 3 editors that are editing right now. It started out with just one of our guys who's an investor that's editing, and then the overflow just came in. We needed to hire more guys. So I have 2 other guys here in Orlando that are just wonderful, and they are doing editing of specials and editing of the social media stuff. I'm actually doing a lot of the reels and doing the less than a minute stuff, just pulling stuff from the specials and doing the 16:9 vertical reels that we'll be releasing twice a day. And man, we got like 300 of those ready to go. So,
and you're still performing, right? I mean, I saw
I'm
on
on the
Facebook
road
you were
full-time.
stuck. Your car was in a snow. I don't know what was going on there. You were stuck in the snow. It broke down. Where was that?
We were driving through Chicago at 2:00 in the morning when I was on tour. I was up in the UP in Michigan, and we were coming down from Wisconsin. So we got a flat tire. There's all this shit in the road, and the truck, I had no choice but to go through it. And the truck ran through it, and me and myself and the feature act were in the most murderous part of downtown Chicago, waiting for tow trucks. Took us to the wrong place. We had to wait till morning and sleep in the car, 15 degrees outside.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And he had to get up and piss so bad. So he got out of the car, and I'm pissing in a coffee cup while he's freezing outside.
He's drinking my piss. No. Warm up. I need
Here's
it.
the feature.
98.6.
But we were joking.
You want a headline, kid? Come on.
That's right. We were joking afterwards. I'm like, I'm glad that we didn't have to spoon and we could turn the car on. I'm like, but I'm the headline. I'm going to be on the outside of the spoon.
Goddamn right.
That's hysterical. This many years of us doing it, and we're still coming across that stuff. We thought that was in the past.
Yeah, I know. You
just never know.
Like, you just had a 26-hour travel day. He's stuck in the snow. I mean, these things, whatever level, this shit is out there, man, and it happens. But yeah, it was wild. I saw those pictures. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I admit to making a very dumb decision to making this trip in the first place. I had a friend in Detroit that wanted me to come in and do a show, and I just decided to go all the way around and make a tour out of it. But it was the worst routing and the stupidest fucking thing.
In March.
Yeah. It's funny, though, how I did that a few years ago, like maybe 8 years ago, but I got like romanticized. I was like, I think the road in my car would be fun to do again. And I booked 2 weeks in my car with like motels and one-nighters. By day 4, I wanted to kill myself. You know what I mean? I was like, what am I doing out here? This sucks. Yeah. This is shit, But
if you're with the right person, though, it could be fun. But if you're alone, how could you deal with yourself,
It's a lot. Yeah, that was a lot. Too much.
Too much of me. It was too much of me.
No doubt.
I took this nostalgia tour because I was up in the UP in Michigan, in Negaunee, Michigan, and this place had a disco floor.
Wow. Yeah. Time has stood still in the UP. Holy shit!
And that's why I
Wow.
wanted to go back, is to visit that thing. I thought that was so cool. And let me tell you, that was a big fucking mistake. Who cares?
But you know what? We
Exactly.
filled
Who
in like
cares?
3 or 4 minutes, so that's content.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's
At least I can
invaluable.
talk about it.
Man. Wow.
All right,
Well,
before we we'll circle back the wagons in a second here, but can you tell me a little bit more about some of your other adventures in business wise, other than juggling stand-up comedy? Because this is not your first foray, as we were talking about before we went on.
Yeah, so I created something. If you want me, I'll show it up to my screen here. But I created something called Flathead Ads. And what it is a 32-inch flat screen TV on top of a inflatable, 7-foot inflatable. So it was going to be used to do advertising and to show, sell tickets on the fly. And so I'm getting to it here. So it was something that I even had patented. And can you see that?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I do see that.
So that's an actual guy inside there. That's a 7-foot inflatable, and then a 32-inch flat screen TV on top of that. So this is one that failed miserably, and I actually have a patent for it. It's going to do like conventions. Just imagine seeing that in a convention booth, and it'll draw attention, or sell tickets on the Vegas Strip or whatever. But it was just so hard to find somebody that wanted to be inside that fucking thing.
There's so many jokes right now. We're all locked and loaded.
That's almost every girlfriend I've ever had. She's always said,
I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is genius. And you're like, it failed miserably. I'm like, what? How did that fail? That's like a layup.
I was just at a big smoke event for cigars in Miami. At each booth, they had similar type, weird shit to bring you to their booth. But that's one of those things that looks like it should. Yeah, that's a winner, but I guess not.
Yeah, but, you can hire tits really easy. So that'll get.
Well, you can do the cutouts.
Yeah,
that's right. What TV? You didn't see the 32-inch TV on the head? No, I didn't.
Well, yeah, the thing, I did a few fairs with it and I did a few events with it, but everywhere we went, because it had to have 2 people, one person to go in it, one person to be security, and then they switch. But everywhere we went, it was like, punch it, just punch it. Everywhere. Because it's so punchable. It's like a big inflatable. You just want to punch it.
Punch it.
This is the world we live in.
People are great, aren't they? Just kick it in the fucking balls.
I had to let it go. I had other business ventures. My wife and I did a food truck called Laura's Lasagna. And we did it for 6 months. And then we realized.
What were you serving?
Laura's Lasagna. It was fresh peas. So we were selling hot food in hot weather. So we were getting killed. Wow. So it was horrible. So we did that for 6 months and we got rid of the damn truck, and it was a big mistake. The last one that I did was called Dollar Birthday Club, which was a way to give your friends $1 on their birthday and automatically give to their favorite charity at the same time. It's like an automatic thing. Give $1 to your friend, $1 goes to St. Jude's. And it's all automatic. So I made an app and a website that did that, and nobody fucking cared. So
Jesus.
And then
I'm like, this is genius.
It's a good idea. Actually. I don't know why that didn't work. But
I have really great ideas. It's just none of them really took. And then Facebook kind of did their own Facebook birthday thing where you could give
you could
on the birthday. So they kind of, I wouldn't say that they stole it from me, but I think I did mine before theirs. But what am I going to do? Fight Facebook?
Right. And were you talking when you said about doing the pilot before being a pilot before COVID? Were you thinking like getting out of comedy or doing it with comedy, or were you had enough and just, I'm going to be a full-time pilot. I'll be the funny guy.
I'm going to fly to the Upper Peninsula with my plane.
I want to see a disco floor.
So how do I worry about getting a flat tire?
I'm a pilot.
Let's do some. Just put the Buddy Holly in. Let's go. But I was going to be a full-time pilot, and I got my license when I was 17. But I can't say that I will never retire from comedy. I'll never stop doing it. I was just going to retire from the road full-time.
Gotcha.
And whenever there was a gig, of course, I would always do it. But just being dependent on it full time, I couldn't do it anymore. And the other thing, I just wanted health insurance.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, health and right.
Yeah.
And where, like, what kind of a schedule are you doing now? Now, Al and I do cruise ships mainly at this part. We do clubs and other dates, but cruise ships. Were you a cruise ship guy? I think you told me you were. Do you do them anymore? What kind of
I
a schedule
somewhat
do you have now?
retired. Yeah. So I met my wife on a cruise ship. It's a pretty good story if we have time.
We do have time.
Okay,
We'll fix
cool.
it in post.
All right. We'll take it out. So I was my first ever time on a ship. I was walking around. I was on Holland America. And you know how they take your picture on the ship and sell it back to you for $1 million? Well, I was on the ship and
you are scrolling right now, right?
I am. I'm totally
because it's off camera and it looks like you're enjoying yourself.
Our Patreon members. This is what they pay for.
No, this is going to get the downloads because we.
Yes.
So anyway, so I'm walking around the ship and I see this beautiful woman and or girl at the time and her best friend walking around. They wanted some old man to take a picture with them, and he's like, and he kept on walking, you know. So I happened to be there and I said, I'll take a picture with you. So the very moment that I met my wife, we have a picture of.
Wow.
And you also have a good time with the mullet.
Oh, right.
Which one are you? They look kind of. Everyone looks kind of similar there.
I don't know which one is your wife, but either one is going to be
the one without the glasses is my wife.
Okay,
and
so
the girl in the middle is me.
Yeah.
Well, dude, that's amazing that you did actually have the actual moment.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
that you met her.
And we had but then she asked me about another guy that she saw on the ship. It's like, do you know this guy that's wearing a big overalls, big, good-looking Dutch guy? So I'm like, no, I have no idea who the hell he is.
No, he sucks.
Yeah,
overboard.
So that was Holland America and
Holland America, but I don't work for them anymore as much. And then I used to work Carnival off and on. I did Carnival 2016 to 18. It drove me absolutely fucking crazy. So just there's no window. It was horrible. I couldn't do it. It was just misery. So I have my history with Royal Caribbean and celebrity, and I haven't really done them that much. Love to go back at some time, but you know, I just do a lot of land gigs, and I sell just because I sell a good amount of merch. I have a little school called Fuck You University and a little fuck you button. Can I get one?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's see it.
I'm just thinking open bar is going to take off and he's going to have his choice to do whatever he wants. So
I agree. I hope so. We'll see.
Yeah.
But
fuck you button.
Well, now does it actually work?
Well,
there's a little speaker. There's a little.
Yeah, it's hold on. So I sell these at my show. It's a keychain.
Right.
And it's a fuck you button. And it's got a button on one side. There's a speaker on the other. And I sing in my show. It's all a cappella stuff. So this is my kind of amen sounding churchy fuck you. Here we go.
Okay, fuck you. How's that? So long, man. Have a good trip. Fuck you!
All right. We're not hearing it.
Okay, fuck you. How's that? Okay, fuck you. How's that?
No, it's not coming across.
Is that the joke? You push it, nothing happens. Fuck you.
I got your money. Fuck you.
Oh, you could hear it?
Yes, it sings like a fuck you.
Oh.
Wonder why we can't hear it.
Huh.
I don't know.
Maybe the level, the pitch level.
What do those go for, Ron? After the show, what are we selling those for?
Those are online. They're like $12 plus shipping at ronfeingold.com. But I sell them at shows for like $10. But I sell shirts. I sell this little shirt that says instead of Chick-fil-A, it says fucking A in the same font, and it says open on Sundays.
Nice.
Those are I'm sure they move, right?
Yeah.
All those little
They
things
do pretty
like
well.
that. Yeah.
And we're also we have our open bar shirt.
Oh, there it is. Yes, get the whole thing there. I love it.
There it is.
We'll save that for the clip. We'll put it right in.
There you go.
We'll superimpose your face as well. Oh, that's cool.
So, but yeah, I'm really excited about it, and just the talent that we've been able to attract has been amazing. The support that we've gotten from the comedy community has been amazing. So, I'm really looking forward to great things. I'm speaking it into existence.
Yeah, these are specials. Literally, these are specials by comedians doing comedy over, whatever, 20, 25 years on the road.
Yes.
So it's not like, oh, I wonder if they're going to be. It might not be your taste, one or two of them, but they're funny. It's never going to be like, I wonder if
It's going to
they're
be a
funny.
polished
Well,
act.
They've
Doing
made a
their
living at this
thing. Yes.
forever. They're
And it's not
proven,
going to be
proven material to the masses.
100%.
It's not going to be a feature act or an MC that's just stretching a little bit. So
No. So Al, you're out. Anyway.
I'll let you open up for me, and I'll bring my own leg. Well, Ron, thanks so much for coming on. This is great. And if you can just give us a recap of where to find the hunk of the stuff. I know it's all over the place, but go ahead, put it all in one little batch for us.
Yeah. So go to openbarcomedy.com to find full specials and unlimited special viewing for 25 specials or so in this first initial week for $38.99. And then you can go to YouTube and just search Open Bar Comedy in YouTube, and our page will come up. And there's about 50 videos on there with various lengths of all kinds of comedians on there doing great clips on YouTube.
And
that is awesome, man.
on that page on YouTube. Subscribe. And yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on, Ron, and thanks for creating this and including me and Al in the future. I think Al would kill it. I know he would kill it. And McCurdy's is like we always think of these clubs like Comedy and Magic or the Ice House. McCurdy's is that kind of club. You know what I mean? It's hard to not kind of kill in there. They're ready for you to kill, and it's a lot of fun. So thanks, man. We wish you the best. We wish you good luck with this. And and I hope to see you soon, man. See you out there.
Definitely. Take care, guys.
All right, Ron. Thanks.
I'll talk to you later. Take care.
Thanks, Ron.
Good luck in prison.
Iceberg dead ahead. Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
I'm losing my mind.
Patreon.com/The2Dicks, which is named after our web series. This is the Two Als, One Pod podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
What? Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Subscribe. Mary.
This was a horrible mistake.
Go to patreon.com/The2Dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.